Pittsburgh Steelers outside linebacker Alex Highsmith was recently named a top trade candidate around the league by Bleacher Report. As we all know, Alex Highsmith, he's in the last year of his contract and he's looking for a new one. He's put up big production last season and throughout his career so far with the Steelers, having 14.5 sacks the previous year. So he's looking to get big money in the open market, but hopefully the Steelers are able to sign him before. But Christopher Knox did an article for Bleacher Report where he named 3 players as top trade candidates around the league, and Alex Highsmith, he was one of them. Here's what he said. Here's the quote. "There's no guarantee that they could retain Alex Highsmith. If he reaches 2024 free agency, Pittsburgh is already projected to be $6.7 million over the cap next year, and Highsmith would undoubtedly bring a spicy trade package back. If he's dealt to a pass rusher needy team, he's young, he's productive, and he's set to carry a cap hit of just under $3 million this season. Virtually any contender would be happy to land Highsmith, and high day 2 draft selection will likely be his value floor. If the Steelers can't work out a long-term deal before week 1, they should try to do so. They have to consider dealing Highsmith before potentially losing him in free agency." So that's what he had to say. But me personally, let me just break this down of how I think about it. So last few years, 2 years ago, we seen TJ Watt hold in training camp to get a new deal. He got a new deal. And then last season, we had Minkah Fitzpatrick. He held in to get a new deal, and then he became the highest paid free safety in the league. So they had the 2 highest paid guys in TJ Watt and then Minkah Fitzpatrick. So they got deals done when they were holding in. Alex Highsmith has said before, if I remember, that he doesn't want to do that hold in. He would still want to participate, but who knows what the agents tell him to do down the line if he's in a hold in looking for a new deal as well. Usually the Steelers get it done before the season starts, but we all know there's some situations where they can't get a contract done and it lingers into the season, and they don't do contracts during the year, so then they would have to wait till the offseason. And even though in the article he said that the Steelers were $6.7 million over the cap for next season, we all know Omar Khan is a cap genius, and he's known as that around the league. So I'm sure if the Steelers wanted to make it happen and bring back Alex Highsmith, they could easily do that and reduce the number. But the Steelers are the highest paid defense in the NFL, and you always hear that. So adding Alex Highsmith, who will become a top 10 paid outside linebacker if he signed for around $15 million, they're adding to the highest paid defense even more. But this would be the time to do it if they were going to do it, because just say you sign him to a 3-year deal. As of right now, you have Kenny Pickett going into his 2nd season. He was drafted in the 1st round, meaning he's on a 5-year contract, rookie contract, if they obviously pick up his 5th option. So right now, they have the money to spend. You want to spend the money when your quarterback is still on his rookie deal, because once he comes off of that rookie deal, he's going to be paid a lot, and then you won't be able to spend much elsewhere. So this would be the time to do it. And Omar Khan has even said in the past that he understands that he needs to utilize Kenny Pickett's rookie contract to its max value, and that's one of the reasons why. Sign guys when you have a chance. Just recently, too, The Athletic, Mark Kaboly, who covers the Pittsburgh Steelers, wrote an article saying that if Alex Highsmith doesn't get a contract done, he could become a distraction for the team. But in previous years, TJ Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, they weren't distractions, so I don't really understand that. He's just looking for a contract. It's nothing bad. Obviously, he doesn't want to get injured and have his value really hit it low. So he's going to be holding in, still going to the team meetings and stuff, but he won't just be practicing on the field fully. He'll just be on the side doing his own work. Also, just recently, someone at ESPN who covers Steelers a lot and is their main person, Brooke Pryor, said that she believes that it doesn't seem likely that Alex Highsmith will get a huge contract extension done. And she said it's because if Highsmith gets paid in the $14 million range, he'll become the 4th highest player on the team. And she just doesn't see that happening. But he's worth that if you think about it. we all think of the Bud Dupree situation and we're just like, okay, he went to a different team and he wasn't successful. So that'll be the same thing with Highsmith. But you have to think about it like this. Bud Dupree was coming back from an ACL injury, and also he was 3 years older than Alex Highsmith when his contract was done. That means Alex Highsmith will be 3 years younger, and as we all know, as you get older, your production dips. So he's in the highest point in his career. He's gonna be heading to his prime, and we all know TJ Watt helps him a lot, but Alex Highsmith is still a really solid number 2 outside linebacker. And if you could have that duo of Highsmith and TJ Watt for many years, having also Cameron Hayward next to one of those guys for the next 2 years at least, that's gonna be a really good team and a really good defense and pass rush. And we all know pass rush is what wins games in this league, and the Steelers love having a good pass rush, blitzing and all that, and keeping Alex Highsmith should be their highest priority. I just don't see a trade happening. And let me just break this down one more time, because they mentioned that he might be traded for a second round draft pick, or even just say they could get a first. I don't see them being able to get a first because he is on an expiring deal, and a team would be taking a chance that he would be re-signing with them. So they might not get a first round draft pick, but who knows? Maybe a pass rush needy team does give a first round draft pick. But just say a second round draft pick. They get a second round draft pick for him. But if they lose him next season, when you have to think about it, there's compensatory draft picks now in the NFL, meaning that when you lose a player in free agency for a certain amount of money and they're a good player, you get a draft pick in return for them. And Bud Dupree, when he left the Steelers, he was supposed to give the Steelers a third round draft pick back, because he signed for like $15 million per year, and he was a good outside linebacker. But because he didn't play a certain amount and he was still receiving treatment and recovering from his ACL injury, the Steelers weren't able to get any draft pick back in return for him. But if he did play, he would have gave the Steelers a third round draft pick. So if the Steelers are going to be trading Alex Highsmith for a second round draft pick, they may as well play it all out and just get a third round draft pick for him. Maybe if you get a first and you don't plan on re-signing him, or you don't think you're going to be able to re-sign him, sure, you could get that first round draft pick. But you're basically guaranteed to get a third round draft pick because he's going to be signing for a lot of money and he's a really solid talent around this league. So at worst, if you don't trade him, you're at least getting a third round draft pick back for him if he leaves in free agency. But me personally, I doubt all these reports coming out, all these 3 reports that I mentioned in this video coming from Bleacher Report, ESPN, The Athletic. I doubt them all because I really think the Steelers will get a contract done, and they think Alex Highsmith is a big part of this team and he wants to be here and the Steelers want him here. So hopefully they're able to get one done, and TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith can be a duo, an elite duo for many years to come on this Pittsburgh Steelers defense line. So with that being said, that's the end of this video. So let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about these 3 reports coming out from Bleacher Report, The Athletic, ESPN, basically saying that he should be a trade candidate for the Steelers if they can't re-sign him, and that he may be a distraction to the team, and she just doesn't see Alex Highsmith being the 4th highest paid defender or person on the Steelers? How do you feel about these reports? Do you think the Steelers will sign him, or do you think they'll let him go in free agency or trade him? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel below as well if you like Steelers content, analysis, reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for the channel as well, so you get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video. I cover everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, rumors, and reports. I cover it all. This is the best place to stay update for all your Steelers news. So, if you like Steelers football, I'm covering it all from training camp, preseason, back to the draft next season. Everything. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.